I've got two motorcycles. One's a dual sport, one's an adventure bike. You've probably never even heard of them, and they're priced right. And you can get them in the United States. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it on the Rant and Ride.
Look what happened. I woke up in a big old pile of money. Hey, all you KTM guys, come on. I'm Team Warren. Don't think I'm coming down on you. I, on the other hand, and you on the other hand, and a lot of people on the other hand, so why don't we have a 450? As a competitor, do a lot of ice. But here's my thinking.
Hey guys, what's going on? Joe here, 690 ADV, 690 Garage, 690adv.com, Rant and Ride. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. I did. I had a pretty good Christmas. It's been nice. Just got done pouring here in Dallas-Fort Worth. And it is cold. It is cold. It is not even remotely warm right now, especially on this bike. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. Because guess what? We ride regardless. It's just the way it is, man. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, but we ride. Anyway, like I said, decals are back on, 690adv.com. Go sign up, be part of it. Get your decals. Somewhere in January, we're going to announce another giveaway. And like I said, if you didn't make it to the giveaway when we did it live, we're going to do it live again. And not only that, everything that we give away is stuff that I either use or what other riders that I ride with use when they are doing their adventures and stuff like that. So this is stuff that you can use on your adventures. And it's good stuff, and it doesn't have to be expensive, and it doesn't have to break the bank. It's just good stuff, and it's proven. And I know that it works because I use it, or people I know use it. So anyway, back to what's going on. Rant and Ride, man. Two bikes. You may have heard of them, and you may not have. And if you haven't heard of them, man, you might want to go check these bikes out. These are kind of two bikes that are built in Italy, and they are working their way into the United States, but they're catching on overseas, but we're getting them here in the U.S., which is really cool. They haven't been here real long. I'll put it down in the description where you can find these bikes, and if you have any interest in them, or if they catch your fancy, you can go check them out and see if maybe one of these two bikes might work for you in 2019, because I'm very interested. And the cool part is, you know what? It's not a normal brand you would hear, but man, they use really good parts. So the two bikes I'm talking about are from the same manufacturer. So this is not going to be something that is two different manufacturer motorcycles that are coming or whatever. One bike you can get now. One bike is not going to be released until 2019, which is just right around the corner, so it doesn't really matter. And they're cool, man. First one up I'm going to talk about is the Enduro, or the Dual Sport. It's really more of an Enduro, and it's really cool, man. The manufacturer, SWM Motorcycles. SWM Motorcycles, man, I tell you what, I have been checking these guys out for a while, and I was like, you know, I gotta do a video on those bikes. They are just really super cool, man. They look the part, and they fit the part. I've seen some demos of them, and God, they're punchy and they're cool. First one up is the SWM RS 500R, 500cc bike. It really looks a lot like the KTM 500 EXC, and it looks a lot like the 501 from Husqvarna. And very cool bike. I'm going to go through them kind of quick, but I'll put all the stuff on screen. You're going to be able to check it out, all the different specs on them. But this is just to get your mind going on these bikes if you're in the market, or if you're looking at a bike, or if you just never heard of them and you want to check them out. But that RS 500R, very cool. It's super dirt bikey looking. It looks like a KTM 500 or that 501 from Husqvarna. It's basically 21-inch front tire, 18-inch rear tire, so it's got the right tire setup on it. And the downside to it is, other than the tires, and I'm going to get into it in just about 2 seconds, is the seat height. It's not a short bike. 37 inches. It's kind of tall. It's like an XR type tall. So that SWM 500R is tall. Keep that in mind. It is tall. If you remember anything is tall. It's 37 inches in height on the seat. It's got 11.8. Get this, 11.8 inches of ground clearance on that bike. That thing is taller than just about any bike that I know of. If you know of a bike that's got more ground clearance than that, man, put it down there in the comments. Tell me all about it, because my KTM's only 10.5. I mean, it's got me by a whole inch. That's a big deal off-road for all you guys that ride off-road. You know an inch is a big freaking deal. Here's one of the things that I love about it. Weight. Dude, the thing weighs 255 pounds. Now, I get it. It's dry weight. But 255 pounds? That thing's light. That's a mountain bike, man. That's a mountain bike. That thing is light. You'll be able to flick that thing, single tracking. I mean, you'll be able to just flat out just make that bike do what you want it to do. It will literally do anything you want it to do. 2 gallons of fuel. Not impressed on the fuel tank, but guess what? You can always strap a gallon, gallon and a half on that bike to give you extra range. And like I said, they're so kind of new and stuff. There's not a lot of data on them other than from the manufacturer and what you can find online for these bikes, which is kind of cool. They're fuel injected, which is really nice. So it's not carburetor driven. It's a fuel injected 6-speed. Nice. 6 speeds are always nice. Gives you that one extra gear that just helps a little bit if you got to do some highway jaunting or running. Really, really nice. Guess what else? Hydraulic clutch. KTM has a hydraulic clutch. There's other motorcycles that have hydraulic, but most manufacturers don't do hydraulic clutches. They're expensive. Go price an aftermarket hydraulic clutch for the bike that you ride right now and tell me what it costs. You'll be like, nah, I'll just stick with what I got. So I'm not going to deal with that one. Guess what? Braking systems. Brembo brakes. Brembos on both bikes. I've got Brembos on my KTM, and I tell you what, fantastic. I mean, those brakes are nothing short of amazing. You want to stop? You're stopping. Make no mistake about it. You're going to stop. They are awesome, awesome brakes. Like I said, it's a single cylinder, 4-valve engine, so it's a thumper, and that's okay. That doesn't make it bad. But it's, you know, I mean, I'm starting to learn that, you know what, it doesn't matter if it's a single or a twin in my world, because I'm looking for the dirt for the most part. And that's really what I care about, is getting into that dirt. So, 2 radiators, so it's got a 2 coolant system on it, which is really kind of cool. So hopefully it keeps the bike cool if you're basically getting down on it. And but I think the neat thing is guess what? It's one of the few motorcycles that does not come with a plastic skid plate. It actually comes with a real aluminum skid plate. Go check the pictures out. They're good. I'm going to have them up on screen, but fantastic. But here's the most appealing point to this motorcycle, and the other one as well, okay? I'm going to get the Enduro Dual Sport out of the way, but then I'm going to move into that adventure bike. Yep, they got an adventure bike. The price of this Dual Sport Enduro, $77.95. $7,795 bucks. Are you kidding me? Hydraulic clutch, Brembo brakes, fuel injected, 255 pounds, high quality parts on everything that they use. Do the math. I'm listening. I'm listening. I mean, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. And they're showing up here in the United States, which means you can get parts and all that stuff. So, very, very cool. All right, moving on. For all you guys that are not 100% going, I don't really want that. I really want more of a street riding machine, and I want an adventure bike. Well, they got that too, man. They've got the SWM Super Dual X. It won't be out until 2019, so keep that in mind. It won't be out until 2019. I don't know when, but guess what? In the description, you can go and get the information for the website. You can make a quick phone call and find out if you're interested in this bike. Sexy adventure bike. Very, very sexy. It just looks fantastic. It fits the part. It looks the part. And guess what it looks like? It looks a lot like the KTM 790, just a little smaller, but it looks a lot like that 790. It doesn't have a 790cc engine. It is 600 cc's, but it is a fantastic looking bike. Look at that bike. I mean, are you kidding me? Yeah, fits the part. Comes completely ready to go. From what I can tell, It's caged up. It's got a real skid plate, and it's got crash bars. Already part of the package. Are you kidding me? That is fantastic, man. I mean, you don't really have to go buy nothing other than some luggage. They've got Jiffy luggage on their basically spec picture. But that just goes to show me that there are parts that you can get to mount on this bike and outfit it. You know what I'm saying? 2118 front and rear, which is awesome. You got the great tire size. Cool part, 35-inch seat height. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. I'm telling you right now, I guarantee you there is a way to lower that bike if you need to get it down around that 34, 33, in seat height for some of you shorter riders. You know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. Remember the old saying, man, it's all mindset. It's all mindset in what you want to achieve with your bike and your trip. Here's the other kicker. 317 pounds. Dry. I get it. Dry. But who cares, man? 317 pounds. That's 690 weight. That is 690 weight for an adventure bike that's pretty much set up to get it and do it on the road. Let's check out this snap head. Make sure he's paying attention. All right, yeah, I got a buy about to pull out on me. Anyway, like I said, 370, that's KTM 690 weight. And it looks cool, man. Not real impressed on the fuel tank. 3.17 gallons of fuel. But guess what? Like I always say, strap it on the back, man. Strap it on the back, put you an extra gallon in there, and you're good to go. That puts you at 4 gallons. You don't need more than 4 gallons. Fuel injected. Single cylinder. 4-valve. It's a thumper, but that's okay, man. This is a thumper. This is not a bad bike on the road by any stretch of the imagination. It's really not. If you get your mind wrapped around it, it's just a lot of fun. So, with that being said, it's got the 2 radiator system, or the 2 coolant system on it, which is kind of cool. I'm hoping that right there would keep that engine nice and cool when you're basically getting after it. Let's see. Brembo brakes, just like the other one. I mean, it's just good parts, man. Look at the pictures. It's a sexy looking bike. It fits the package. It fits the package. Here's the kicker. Like I said, I'm not going to grind this stuff in the dirt. You do your own research. You come to your own conclusions. You tell me what you think down in the comments, and tell me if you've heard of them and if you would own one. Tell me if you would even think or consider buying one, because I would. I'm very interested. They have a dealership in Austin, Texas, not too far from where I live. And guess what? Yeah, I may go check that out and basically see if I can't go sit on one and get some real data about that bike. I'm that interested. So it's just super, super cool. I think it looks awesome. Here's the thing that I like the most about it. All right, here we go. $89.95. $89.95. Are you kidding me? For a adventure bike that is basically under 700 cc's. It fits the part. It's very dirt bikey. It's torquey, and they nailed it. Question is, will it be a viable longevity bike, and what will the intervals be? But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be too bad. But you let me know what you think about it, and if you know any info about it, put it down in the comments. Tell me about it, because I'd like to know more myself. I mean, I know what I can find out when I research. I just try to bring that stuff out there to you guys. But SWM Motorcycles, very cool, man. Very cool. They do fit the part. What do you think? Let me know. Hey, man, I'll tell you what. You guys have a safe New Year. Have a fantastic Friday evening. Enjoy the day. God, it's beautiful here. It's about 40 degrees in Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Here at 690, we love you. We do. And thank you to everybody that is part of the channel and supports and helps out. I tell you what, I really, really do. Thank you so very much. If there's anything that you see that I'm wearing or I'm walking around or touching or anything, down in the description, all of the gear, all the stuff that I use, all that stuff is down there. Anything that you buy, it helps support the channel and helps bring more stuff to you guys. But anyway, you have a great weekend. Be safe New Year's, and have a fantastic day. 690 out.